Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. So my friend Ashley, who I've known for over 25 years, was brutally attacked 2 days ago outside a nightclub. Her and her partner coming out of a nightclub. There was a man and a woman. The woman was crying hysterically, so Ashley's gone over to see if she was okay, being a good Samaritan. And the woman was sort of crying and saying she'd hit the bloke who she was with. So then Ashley's sort of sticking up for the bloke, saying, well, to be fair, you shouldn't really be hitting him. And then the woman's turned and started mouthing and shouting at Ashley. So Ashley's then walked off with her fella, and the woman's following behind. Now the woman's giving it, Ashley's just trying to sort of tell her to go away, trying to ignore it. Carried on, and it ended up with the woman having a go at Ashley's fella. Next thing, the man's got involved and hit Ashley's fella, and next thing, Ashley's been punched 3 or 4 times in the face. She's got injuries to her jaw, eye socket, nose, everything. Full on punches. And as she was going down onto the floor, she was kicked. She's not sure who kicked her, the man or the woman. So I came across this on Facebook because Ashley had posted it on Facebook, and it had been reposted many times, hundreds of times maybe now, to the point where even the Daily Mail have shown interest in doing a story for Ashley. Now I put on the initial post when I first saw it 2 days ago, I said, have you got a description and is there any camera footage? What do they look like? I didn't get a reply, so I called Ashley today and I said, because I don't see Ashley a lot now. I used to see her quite a bit back in the day. So I called her today and I said, how are you doing? How are you recovering? And she told me how she was feeling, like jaws swollen, eye socket, everything. Told me what happened. And I said, have the police been round yet? She said, no. They sent me a text on the night of the incident, which was Friday. We're now on Sunday. And she said they're going to be in touch. And I said, that's ridiculous, 2 days after the event. I remember back in the 80s and 90s, something like this, the police would be there within half an hour, I'd say. So the police haven't shown up. And this is what's getting on my nerves with this situation, because the police will show up to your house if you post on social media something they don't like or the government don't like. They'll be there straight away. But something serious like this and they're not there. I mean, so Ashley's waiting on the police. The problem with that is her memory of the descriptions of the attackers is fading, because on an incident like this you need to strike whilst the iron's hot. You need to be there straight away whilst the memory's fresh. So they haven't shown up. The man that's done this is a disgrace, and to do that went to a good Samaritan. Not only that, this is something else, because this situation with the police force has been bothering me for a while. Well, you have to say police service apparently now, because I think they've changed it. Might only be the Met, but they've decided police force is too strong a terminology. So they're saying now it's going to be called the police service, which is just pathetic. And it goes, I'm not saying all police are bad, by the way. I used to have a bad relationship with the police myself when I was younger. Fighting with them all the time and going to prison, but they're not all. There's some good police out there, obviously trying to do their job, but what's happening now, as everyone can see, is a 2-tier police system going on. And this situation here, if they're not there in two or 3 days to interview a woman who's been brutally assaulted, then what good are they? Do you know what I mean? Not just that, Ashley's kids were threatened with arrest for trying to stop some bullies. Then these bullies were at school, this was stabbing people with compasses, threatening girls, all sorts of stuff like that. So as I would do when I was at school, Ashley's sons took it upon themselves to have a word with these bullies and tell them to stop it. I think they messaged them. Now the next thing, the police got involved and the bullies got no further action for what they've done. Ashley's kids were now threatened with arrest if they carried on trying to protect the people getting bullied, which is just blows my mind. It actually blows my mind. I mean, you got this fella walking about the streets now. I said So actually the police need to get the obviously get the CCTV, get the description of the two people, just check every club in that area, check all the clubs and do their homework and find out who that was, because you just got to get the clothing, match the clothing with the couple to the surrounding clubs around that area and track them down. But the longer they're leaving it, the more Ashley's forgetting it, so she'll have to write down the descriptions and just keep it that way. But I think it's a disgrace that they've not shown up, and it's a bit of a worrying sign of how the system is deteriorating in my eyes. It really is. Back in the old days, to be a police officer you had to be sort of 6 foot tall, fairly strong, quite having a bit of authority about you. And now obviously it's all changed with political correctness and, well, what's it called, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, or whatever that stupid thing is. So now you've got people on the force who aren't strong enough to deal with some of these people, who have no authority to tell someone to stop doing something. It's gone crazy. And I said to Ashley, do you mind, are you happy with the publicity? She said yeah. She said it's been everywhere. She said it's gone all over the internet, Daily Mail are in touch. I said, well, because this is a particular bee in my bonnet recently, so now it's happened to someone close to me, personal friend of mine, and the police have not done anything. It's just made me angry. And I wanted to know what your opinions are. If anyone else has had an experience like that and the police haven't shown up, the police haven't done anything, I don't know whether they're understaffed or they're just prioritising on other assignments. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure back when I was young in the 80s and 90s, there'd be someone knocking on your door within an hour. But yeah, this is sort of, yeah, really got my goat. First thing I said to Ashley was, what's the description? It was a white fella and a girl. But she didn't describe the girl, but she said it was a white lad. I said, what, any accent, any type of accent? She said no, it's just a normal English accent. Apparently now what's happened as well, Ashley's friend is in the police force. She's actually gone out of her way to post the pictures of Ashley's injuries onto some police forum. She's posted it all over there, and apparently that's where it got noticed for someone to come around and talk to Ashley. Apparently they're going to send someone around now. I mean, it's coming to that where you ring them up and tell them the crime, they don't come round. You've got to get a police officer to post it in the forum or wherever it is, to get someone to turn up. I mean, it's a joke. Now, listen, there's a lot of good police officers out there that are helping people and obviously doing their job, but there's something inherently wrong with the system nowadays. I mean, you've got that woman who's in prison for tweeting, which was a bad tweet. What she said, it was inciting riots. So yeah, that is a criminal offence. You can't do that. But you've got other people getting off with stuff. You've got, what's his name, Hugh Edwards, looking at disgusting images, doesn't get anything, doesn't get a single day in prison. There you've got someone tweeting on X or posting on Facebook and they're getting 18 months. But you've got absolute scumbags, sex offender type people, we call them nonces, getting away with stuff, not getting any prison sentences. Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And anyone from the Milton Keynes area, if you look at Ashley's post, Ashley Appleton, she's got all the details there of where it happened. And if anyone knows anything, hopefully they'll catch them. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm all right at the minute. I've just been working this week in London, doing some bodyguarding, which I've been doing quite regular. I might be back again, might be doing some more soon. So that's been going well, doing my security work. Going to be getting some videos out, a few lined up, a few on the list. It's getting around to doing them hopefully next week. But yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you think of this situation in Britain at the moment with all this. And let me know, yeah, how everything is. I'll catch up with you soon. Nice one.